Mi racita arranconera, sean bienvenidos a este nuevo video. En este video, mi racita, vamos a recordar los mejores tiempos de Abel Ibarra. Se vienen demasiadas carreras de Abel Ibarra, persona mexicano, orgullo mexicano, por cierto, la leyenda de los motores rotativos. Si no lo han visto, los invito a que vayan y lo vean. Aquí les está apareciendo la tarjeta en la esquina para que vayan y vean ese video antes de ver este video, si no lo han visto. Pero bueno, mi racita, este personaje mexicano, sin duda alguna, es una leyenda y fue un dolor para muchas personas en sus tiempos. Como les dije anteriormente, fue campeón mundial en varias ocasiones de distintas categorías de los imports. Para no irnos tan lejos, mis amigos, déjenme les enseño la mayoría de estas carreras. Vayan y agarren sus papitas, su soda, que vaya, se viene un video un poco largo, pero con muchas carreras. Algo impresionante que hay que recalcar es que los tiempos que están por ver es en cuarto de milla y no en octavo. Así es, mis amigos, por allá en el 1999, años 2000 y alrededores de esos años, este personaje mexicano ya estaba corriendo 7 segundos y 8 segundos en el cuarto de milla. Así que, mis amigos, no olviden darle like, suscribirse y dejar su buen comentario. Aquí vienen todas las carreras que tengo de Abel Ibarra.
Here comes Abel Ibarra, one of the hottest guys going in this category.
Abel's consistent with 7-second passes, and Maple Grove doing a great job on track prep. 7:58, 175. If he backs up, that will be a new record for the Racesearch.com RX-7.
And that, the rotary RX-7 engine, the crew is very happy with that. So we're just about set to go drag racing. Now the final in Pro 8, sponsored by Nitrous Oxide System. These are the guys that are virtually unrestricted. Any import car, any four-cylinder domestic car, it's going to be Kevin King with that small block V8 power car. Abel Ibarra, you're riding with him, and you saw Kevin King pull out to take the win. Look at that, 8:19. Here comes the brand new 98 RX-7 of Abel Ibarra from Riverside, California, and our Griff Allen has more on this new car and the technology being used. 7-second ETs he predicts out of a Mazda rotary engine, Craig.
No problem, he's done it before, he will do it again, he'll do it also. Look at the wheel stand there, left lane. Oh, Abel's still pulling out on him though, he's gonna have to play catch up. Ain't gonna happen, that horsepower coming into play. 841, 152.
Pulling those wheels out of the beams too, he turned on the red light, so it'll be Abel Ibarra against Jose Escalera from Philadelphia when we have the finals later in the show. Well, the crew knew what happened. Pro Import final coming up now. Abel Ibarra, you met him earlier with that RX-7, Jose Escalera.
And here we go, Abel's a class failure, but El Viejo has been a solid competitor. Something happened to El Viejo on the starting line. Let's see if Abel can better his ET right now. He's on a little good pass here. 824, 161. Very happy guy today. And he'll go home with $5 grand. Happy team today.
First it's cooking and then it's not. You know, they ran us so repeat.
All right, thank you, Brett Kepner. And here is that car, the number 2 qualifier, Efren Vasquez, driving that old car that Abel used to drive. For the records, ladies and gentlemen, that is a Mazda R100. Look at it run as he defeats RJ Simrock easily. 854, 141 miles per hour. So now all Abel has to do is win his round. And there they are, the number 1 qualifier, Abel Ibarra on the left-hand side of your screen. And Marcus Acosta has problems off the starting line there as he bogged it. Ibarra, a 501 light, 794, 171 miles per hour. It will be an all Ibarra final. Take another look, folks, at this run by Abel Ibarra as he has a lot of problems trying to get down this Palmdale track. Now, folks, the question is, will Abel Ibarra, the number 1 qualifier, be the automatic winner? Has Ito Vasquez to lose intentionally? Oh, they're going to make a drag race of it. Side by side they go. Look like Ibarra with a 511 light. Wire to wire, 813 beats out an 861.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Abel Ibarra sponsorship thank you speech.
Yeah, the Racesearch.
Thank you, Brett. You'll see a lot of those rotary engines over there in the far lane is Abel Ibarra. representing the United States. He's running Benito Velez with a also Mazda R100. Two of them going at a little puff of smoke right there for Ibarra. He may have missed a gear. Didn't hinder the wind, though. Still goes through well off his dial in at nearly 100 miles per hour. Greg joins me in the booth once again now, just in time for Abel Ibarra and RJ Simrock.
Yeah, oh, Abel's got a little problem here. RJ's door's starting to come open here. Looks like RJ a little advance here. No! Abel pulled it out the last millisecond, 9.1, 156 off the pace, but good enough to advance.
9-second ETs out of these cars. And moves over to talk to Abel Ibarra as we change categories.
Abel Ibarra has wrapped up the pro import class in this NYRA season, and no one can ever deny that it didn't come about as a result of hard work. A lot of that engineering related. It seems like every so often we're talking about some new engineering marvel. In this case, it takes place in the driveline of this RX-7.
Right here, we're looking at the new G-Force 2000, which is the transmission that Warren Johnson helped Mike at G-Force design. And basically, with this new transmission, it carries individual sliders for every gear, and it has a wider gear to take more horsepower, torque, and shake. And the way you operate it is you pull up on the lever and you go all the way up, and that's first gear. And you only use the clutch, you only sidestep the clutch at the launch or to stage it. After that, you just pull back second, go up third, pull back fourth, go forward fifth without a clutch, and you go through the gears. Then when you want to go in reverse, you pull it into neutral. The separate lever that we have here, you pull it up, and that goes into reverse, and then you can back up. You have to hold the lever, though, the whole time you're going in reverse. Then you let it go, and you're back into neutral and ready to go up and launch the car into first.
Now, the work doesn't stop even after the checkered flag is flown on the racing season for Abel Ibarra. He's got the championship won, but I'll tell you, the insanity doesn't stop. This is what a winning team looks like, and this is what this sport is coming to. It's the PR and the marketing and the media that also is developing just as aggressively as the engineering on these cars.
Thank you, Griff Allen, as we're into the semifinals of Pro Import. Abel Ibarra has his hands full with the #1 qualifier, Rafael Rivera.
Yeah, Rafaelito has been the matchup that everybody's been waiting for all year long. The crowd's on their feet. It's anybody's race. Rafaelito, 7.71 for a heartbreaking upset from Abel Ibarra, the class favorite and then champion.
Abel Ibarra turned to 775, and this is how close it was at the finish. Here comes Abel Ibarra, one of the hottest guys going in this category.
Abel's consistent 7-second passes, and Maple Grove doing a great job on track prep. 7:58, 175. He backs up. That will be a new record for the Racesearch.com RX-7.
And that, the rotary RX-7 engine, the crew is very happy with that. So we're just about set to go drag racing here at Maple Grove, except for one problem. Weather, folks.
Here comes Ibarra versus Carlos Montano, and Abel's got this guy easily covered, but nice wheels on watch for Carlos. Abel's on a nice pass again. Could be a high 7 again. 8:16, 153. Looks like he shut it off a little bit early.
He probably doesn't care. He'll be facing in the final Jose Escalera. Pit trash, a very big part of the NYRA scene. Let's go to the drivewire.com Pro Import final. Abel Ibarra against Jose Escalera.
Yeah, again, Abel's got him covered. Should be soft. Oh, he just drills his eyes out of the tree. He's taking chances all season long. Got to give it up to this guy. Jose's making a valiant effort, but Abel's going to take it again. Shuts it off early. 791, 154.
Out of a rotary engine, ladies and gentlemen. We would have thought years ago he was good. Well, we'll find out right now. Semi-final round. Drivewire.com. Pro Import. Abel Ibarra and Marcos Acosta from the Bronx, New York.
Yeah, fans want to see another 7-second pass here. Judging by the half track, he's got a shot at it. 798, 164. Back-to-back, he backs up a record. He's the points leader in that class.
Drivewire.com Pro Import category final between Abel Ibarra from Riverside, California, and Rafael Roland from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, this is an old school favorite, and Abel's got a good following here in Englishtown. Abel's way out on Rafael. I don't know what's going on here. Another 7-second pass, 789, 172 miles an hour. He's got to be happy with that.
$5,000 richer. Let's go to top end with Ken Stout.
Feel a little smoother to you?
Well, it was still slippery. Short shift.
Trip at Las Vegas, that's where we're at with the NYRA Toyo Tires World Championship Finals. You're watching NYRA National Import Racing Association on this In the Driver's Seat coverage here on ESPN2. We're ready to go with the Pro Import semifinals, which will feature Abel Ibarra from Riverside, California against Craig Paisley. This is the number 2 and 3 qualifiers.
And Paisley's trying to do something very strategic here. Being a pro import eligible competitor, if he gets enough points, he will still earn some of that championship money by carparts.com. He's having a little problem there. Abel's just getting out on him in a big way. 772, 175. That'll eliminate Craig's chance for winning any money in the championship fund in that class.
Boy, and that was a big upset, too. Paisley normally runs much better with Toyota. Let's go to top end with Brett. Fourth final, Abel Ibarra, Riverside, California. R.J. Simrock, number 1 and 2 qualifier. This is a tight one, Craig.
Yeah, this is a $5,000 purse at stake here. Abel's a little squirrely there. Pulls it in nicely, though. 784. He's the champion, and he's got an extra $5,000 to go home with.
Simrock had to lift, got a little squirrely there in
Abel Ibarra, we've seen him before. Another guy that drove all the way from California against Jose Toledo.
Yeah, Abel is strictly after the money. He's got a very good chance at winning a championship this year in Pro Import. 9.12 at 146.89. Looks like he had a little bit of problem there. The car wasn't straight the whole time.
Let's take a look at exactly what happened. Oh, you're right. Got that Mazda completely out of shape.
is incredible. Our next class to burn out will be J Pistons Pro Stock. Let's go to top end. Now here's one of our featured stars, Abel Ibarra, Riverside, California, against Polito Rafaelito. Rafaelito out of Puerto Rico, but Ibarra has no problem at all, 803.
Hey, well, this thing was a pooch. It only ran an 803 this time.
Yeah, I tell you, I don't know what was more exciting, getting down the track or running that 803. Boy, this race search, extrude honed Mazda RX-7, it was just all over the place. The clutch was slipping because I heard it on the previous run, but I just had to do a kamikaze run. I had to try to get down there, and I was going to keep my foot in it just to get down there. I had to do it.
Pro 8 semifinals coming up, and to find out about one of the stars in that category, once again, let's catch up with Griff Allen.
Take a look at Abel Ibarra's Mazda R100. It's got the 79 cubic inch rotary engine. Now, a lot of people think that it was the RX-7 that introduced rotary power to racing, but this family sedan was the first. Now, of all the products that Mazda has out there, why choose a wind plow like this to go racing?
The reason is that when I first purchased this car, it was originally meant to be a street race car. So I had already purchased it. It was already back half, and I just decided to go all the way with it.
Speaking of going all the way, making the changes, talk about some of the things that are going on here to make this thing fast.
It's Motec fuel injection. It's got a single turbocharger with nitrous on top of that. And it's the newer 93 generation motor.
Now you're running in the Pro, unlimited. You can do whatever you want, but yet you've got one turbo. Why not two?
The reason I think one turbo is better than two turbos is for the reason that when you go with a twin turbo application, there's not a large variety of exhaust housings and exhaust wheels to play with. So I think it'd be much, much harder to figure out the combination.
With that, that'll be a wrap for the season for the National Import Racers Association. We'll be back next year with 8 events here on ESPN2. Until then, I'm Ted Jones for Craig Lieberman, Brett Kempner, and Griff Allen. So long, everyone. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.